There must be darkness before light can shine. We're giving a voice to the voiceless, and we are honoring those and those left behind who have given the ultimate sacrifice. So we the people, raise up your glass. There will be no fear here, where light is eternal. You have found the two-step tribe. Welcome home.
In the glow of a screen, with hope in our hearts, celebrating freedom, we'll play our parts. From football fields to the ring of a fight, we hold our heads high in this American life. Raise up your glasses, a toast to the night. For service and sacrifice we shine a light. With boots on the ground, we're proud and we cheer. Together we stand with no room for fear. Here's to the heroes remembered in song. With every sweet note, let our spirits grow strong. In unity, laughter, we'll rise and we'll pray for freedom and honor, come what may.
Well, hello out there. How are you doing? This is UncleRyano and Tracy Two-Step from Two-Step Tribe. How's it going? Hope it's all going well. That's what I have to say. I got to tell you, I am sending out some special love to some people in everyone in Texas and in area. I just want to tell you that my heart is with you. We're still continuing with our show. We hope that we bring you some great things here and some great love, but we are thinking of you. I just had to say that. So shout out, Two-Step Tribe is live, UncleRyano, and we have our guests already waiting in the wings. It is Lipe, everybody. I want you to
I wanna piggyback on what you were just saying, Tracy. I didn't mean to jump in, but I wanted to give everyone a shout out and let them know that my brothers in arms are out there working in Kerrville right now with the United Cajun Navy. They are out there doing it to it, bringing help and amazing grace to a God-forsaken place. I mean, they are running out there when you feel like you've been, when you feel like you have been forsaken or forgotten, you have not. And they're coming. They're coming and they're helping everyone. People need Pampers. They need bottled water. They need hygiene goods. They're going to need cleanup equipment for cleaning up the houses. Just for anyone who's listening, just spread that word. We start with the basics and work our way out. Right now, we have so many who've lost so much. We have to stand next to them. We can't take that off of them, but by God, we can stand next to them and just hold them when they need it. And then for the others, we need to let them know that they're not alone. That's a trick. They're not alone. We need to let them know you're not forgotten one way or another. We will find our way through. That's how we do with Tribe. That's how we do with Texas. So I just wanted to put that out there. Reach out to the United Cajun Navy. They are doing great work along with so many other nonprofits out there going to the issues. They don't call for help. They are the help. That's the slogan. That's the mantra. So they're out there right now working hard day and night. Have your prayers with them as they're trying to help folks and get people back up on their feet. So that's all I was going to say. Sending love, like Tracy said, to Kerrville, Texas strong. We are with you and we love you. And now on, Tracy, do the introduction, my love.
I have already brought him in. Our guest is already with us. It is Lipe. Lipe has joined us. Yeah, how are you doing? I do want to correct this. It is not just Kerrville. So everyone out there in Texas in your areas, I'm super familiar. We do have multiple teams on the ground too. So moving past, because we do have so many people working on that. Thank you for that, UncleRyano. Lipe is on the show. Lipe Beats. And I want to know more about who is Lipe. So I happen to know several things, and I want everybody to share. You are on Instagram as well, because I know that in music and in your following. I saw that you have a lot of people over there, so I was sure to put you on Two Step Tribe number 2. Y'all don't spell that. Two Step Tribe show. So you're on Two Step Tribe. Shout out, Lipe. Tell them to jump on and see you.
Yeah, man. Jump on here. You know what I mean? Everybody in the Midwest, St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. I'm located in Los Angeles right now, so this is my new home. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely been building that for the last 5 years. So
Where did you grow up? Because we didn't talk about that.
yeah, I grew up in the Midwest. I'm a Midwest boy. St. Louis, Missouri. I lived there 30 plus years. So yeah, that's where I
Love
was
Missouri.
born and raised. Yep.
Love Missouri.
Only sports team we really got to that really mean a damn thing was the Cardinals.
Hey, everything has a season and everything has a reason. So we just ride it out and wait till it comes back around.
Absolutely.
So, Lipe, now that we know where you've grown up, I was going to ask the question too, like the origin of your music, and where that comes from. So, obviously, Lipe is a musician, and he's not just a musician. I'm just going to let him tell you a little bit about NWP and the stand for and its care, because you've got multiple hats going on here. Where did that name and mission begin as far as you, the origin, and then we need to start there because then we get into producing. Then we go to producing with NWP. So who better to tell me than you?
Yeah, the NWP stands for Network Productions. We also have a record label, which is Network Entertainment Records. So networking has always been our thing. We've been big on, building community, so then obviously that's when the production comes in. Things like that, and sonically, we built a catalog that can, expand to the worlds of sync music, the work.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, more than one genre. We don't really, focus on one specific thing. It's a collective. We like to look at ourselves as a collective catalog, so to speak. We've got over 1,000 tracks, right now that are ready for licensing. So, we always.
Well, it's pretty stout, the stuff that you do have. I mean, people automatically assume if they see, like when people would see me, they would automatically assume. And I love the old country saying, assume breaks into 3 small words, which is the ass out of you and me, right? And we never assume. So that's. Truth is, you are so deep. Your talents are so deep, and your love for music shows so much in your work. You've got trap, of course. You've got hip hop and R&B and funk, but you've got a pretty solid, really substantial country catalog, and that's what so many people they never see it coming, and you're like pop, 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 And I love that about your work.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We started in the country music world about 2012. I discovered an artist named Alexandra Kay. We started writing in my dad's basement. We teaching her how to really form songs, and that we were trying to find her sound at the time, but seeing that she's come from there to selling out the Aubrey, places like that. It's just like
like 1.3 million views on one stream.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, we had that on the My Rules. That's an original song that me and Swain wrote back in 2016. So yeah, it's got over, I think on Spotify, it's got 60,000 streams as well. So
yes,
yeah, definitely.
There's 1.3 million views that you helped launch to her, and that's Alexandra Kay that you're talking about there. And
absolutely.
Yes, I was like, okay, well, I got you here. The hit is My Rules. And are you telling me that was, so when you started with that, it was in your dad's basement?
No, not that song. No, we like Alexandra. that was actually me and Swain's song. The Alexandra situation was that came a little bit before that.
Right.
we made my rules around the time that me and Swain decided, you know what, we've been producing a lot of these different artists. We're both songwriters, we're both artists ourselves. So we were like, okay, let's explore doing a project, and that was the first single that really stood out and got us some notoriety, with the Orchard of the World and things like that. So yeah, we created the video, shot it in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite go-to spots. And from there, I wasn't really expecting it to really hit like it hit. But in the span of 2 weeks, we started seeing the likes and the shares and everything growing. And next thing you know, we got over 1 million views. So
Yes.
yes,
But it was,
absolutely.
I was messing with you, but I do want to reiterate this point that if you can start, down in the basement at your dad's, you can start in your room, you can start at any point as long as you start. So it's fascinating to me. Yeah, it's fascinating to me to hear, you started like this, and then we're mentioning A. Swain a few times. You're going to have to tell him who that is, because we're on multiple stations. We are on a network broadcasting group, everyone out there. And we are not just a podcast, but broadcast with radio. So as we're live tonight with Lipe, as you mentioned earlier with yours, NWP, you have a multi-genre platform going on. You're actually on a multi-genre platform that has multi-genre music, history,
Sound like we're coming to a
humanitarian.
theme.
Yeah,
Humanitarian.
we don't call it network, we call it tribe. And that's really what it is. We've got studios, radio stations, production companies. We have so many writers, we have so many producers, top to bottom, different levels of development, from internationally known to folks that have been at it for a year or two, but are really putting in the work, and they're excelling and moving really quickly. And it's about the love you put into it, how much you love your work. That's how much you'll love work. That your work will love you back. And like you were saying, when you were sitting in the basement with that one young lady, you were talking to her about this is the methodology, this is the mathematic structure of it. That's so important to teach everyone at home, because if you start wrong, you stay wrong. So if you start right, you got a better chance of not, it's not every ripple becomes a tsunami, but every tsunami starts with a ripple, and if you
I agree.
start wrong, you stay wrong. And so if you start right, all you got to do is just keep that momentum going. And so the fact that you're doing what you're doing, and I want to really hold you up, that was one of the things I was excited about getting you on for everyone at home, is you have really been cultivating a lot of people. You're not just an artist, you're not just a producer, you're a founder, and you are making the world of music better around you. And I needed you to be raised up for that.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
I love
That's
that.
one of
We are
that's
on
one of the
radio
things that
nationwide too, Lipe, so we got you
yeah.
covered with music.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and later on they're gonna play a few of my songs, but one thing I wanted to say, one thing I kind of had to unlearn was that as a musician, as a producer, as an entrepreneur, you got to do everything yourself. Collaboration is really where the magic is. So,
That's right.
once I let go of that, sense of control and, trusted the right people around me, everything's just started, flowing differently.
Yes, the collabs. Shout out to Breaking Point Nation out there. BJ, I see you. Love y'all. Just recently, big collab with them, so we know exactly what you're talking about. So, tribe, two-step tribe is where you're at right now. Collab is a great word. Tribe, #tribe, but two-step tribe too, so that we can get you in on multiple platforms. Radio itself going nationwide, multiple. I usually let UncleRyano do the spilling of all the information, but you know what you're doing too, Lipe. You've got a lot going on, and I know that I'm getting this question. We've mentioned A. Swain several times, so if we could, we should back up and say, I'm Lipe, this is what I do, and this is who A. Swain is, and we collab together.
Yeah, that's my that's my now business partner. the way we met, I met him through another artist who at the time he was signed to the label at the time, which was Network Entertainment. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna introduce you to my guy. We went to the studio, and we kind of knew right away that we had a great working chemistry. When we were working on that Pacific Artist, project at the time. So the chemistry just definitely. He's not an open book. Swain is not a guy that you meet right away and you figure him out. It kind of takes a while. So over the years, just learning, who he is. He's a stand-up guy, man. He definitely, and before I even start speaking, I definitely want to, send prayers to him. Him and his family just had a great loss. So I want to send prayers and extend prayers to Swain and his family, which is one of the reasons he couldn't be on today. But yeah, back to, just a terrific guy, man. He's a father, he's a girl dad, lives in a house full of women. Anybody who can stand through that is a hell of a guy. So
that's why Jesus made whiskey right there, Bubba. Right there. Yeah. I didn't have to hear no amens, but I wasn't wanting any, okay?
Oh yeah, right. He'll definitely take a few nod creeps back for that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good brand, but I definitely will say amen and do the for sure, y'all. We need to look out for each other. That's how it works. I definitely would love to hear more and get to some music as well. I actually just had someone give me that message.
Let's pop up. Which track do you want us to play first to start the journey of showing off your sonic skills?
Yeah, if y'all want to start with Stunt, we can do that since we on the West Coast. It's kind of a West Coast field track.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, West Coast, got it. All right, so we'll play Stunt. This is a song we're on right now live with Lipe, and then he'll be able to tell us a little bit more about this song. It is Stunt, and I will be checking you out on the other channels. I see you over there turning in. I'll get to you in a moment. You're live right now on Two Step Tribe. This is called Stunt with Lipe.
Swain, Lipe got them beats for your baby mama. Hey girl, we slaying, WrestleMania. Bottles on me, that's fine with me. Why don't you and your homegirls rhyme with me? I'm just trying to see if you can see the dime in me. If the Cartier don't come with the box, I won't buy it. Pussy don't come with the head, I won't try it. And I might let you out the way. Whoa. You just make that pussy rain. I'm coming 8 o'clock on the dot. I'll be coming if you ready or not. I got a pocket full of them nuts. Got a backseat full of them dots. With you, baby. I wanna start 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 with you, baby. Take one look at her. Pictures don't do you no justice. I wanna start with you, baby. Girl, you know you do it for me. So girl, gon' do it for me. The club don't do it for me. Girl, you know. Girl, yeah, you know about it. Got that Birkin on your shoulder. Smell good like a Rollie. Ice your wrist with a Rollie. Says she wanna be my only. Introduce you to some new things. Girl, let's stunt this love. And I'm just wondering if it's gonna be enough. I wanna start with you, baby. 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 Take one look at her. Pictures don't do you no justice. You are the one that I want. I want you. I want you. You are the one that I want. 'Cause I want you. We just stuck with you, baby. I wanna start 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 with you, baby. Take one look at her. Pictures don't do you no justice. I wanna start with you, baby.
like 11 o'clock at night with the top down on the car and you rolling down Hollywood Boulevard.
With your
Yeah.
lady. She got to be bad. She got to be a 10 or a 10 and a half.
Somebody's lady. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Lipe, in your catalog, which is well over 1,500, if I'm not mistaken, as far as tracks that you've got going on, you, as far as collabs and the advice that you have, because a lot of people are starting to figure this out, that is, collab is a great thing. Collab when it comes to songwriting, that even that song right there, Stunt, you know, and what you do when you're going to collab with someone, what do you recommend? Is there anything that you have to say out there out of your experience?
Like I said before, like collaboration is it's definitely a good space to be in, because you know, trying to do everything yourself can be overbearing. It can definitely it can stick you in the hospital, you know, trying to do it all. But when you're in that creative space where you're learning from other people, it's the best thing in the world. Like I've never lost with that sense of direction, you know. So, you know, being in a group with A Swain, it has definitely been, you know, sometimes I might not have it that day, or maybe he had something, a stronger you know, a stronger sense of direction when it comes to a certain record. And then it just helps me feed off of that. I feed off of a different energy. So, you know, that's been my collaboration space, you know, my entire career.
Would you agree that when you do a collab, so often people just see that as a team up, but would you agree that collabing, splitting everything down the middle and working together, that only works if you're both putting in the same kind of collabing on the work, not just on the other side? So many people jump in and then you end up with one that's just driving it. That's where the trust comes in. That's where allowing the other to take in and invest more of themselves in it from the artistic standpoint that you were talking to before. Trust and letting go, allowing them to come in and infuse themselves in it as much as you are. So it's not just a one-sided thing and always a 80-20 on the work. That's when magic happens, when you turn loose of it and stuff shows up you never saw coming.
Exactly. Somebody might have a phrase or a word for a song that you would never even thought of, and then you can just build off of that. You know what I mean? So it's always it's a great space. I've been part of it for, you know, a number of years, even with Malik, you know, on the Bad Kid side. You know, it's collaboration almost every night. You know, we're in there writing. You know, so,
how they been doing? I hadn't talked to them in a while. I talked to Denia about you yesterday, and we visited about you. She loves you to death. That's Denia. Shout out to her from the Bad Kids, and from Denia's Your Radio on Next Legacy.
Absolutely, yeah. We're actually working on Malik's poetry album right now, so we've been crunching down on that. We got some good stuff.
That's what I heard.
I'll wait on it. It's gonna be a great project, man.
She didn't spell no T, but she was bragging on it. So, yeah, has he been behaving? Y'all doing good? Y'all cranking it out? And everybody, okay. Well, when you do talk to them, give them our love, because I need to pop in and say hi to everybody, but I don't want to be a distraction to the process.
Oh man, it's always home, man. Come on through. We'd love to see you, man.
I love it.
That's where we met, wasn't it? Didn't we meet out in LA after the Grammys?
Yeah, we met at one of Malik's party.
That's
actually,
right.
It was the studio session where we met officially. It was
Yeah.
session before.
We're talking about Silent over there too. Silent is a great individual. Shout out to Silent Sounds out there. We actually did. Yeah, he's great. We did collab on something, and amazing individual, amazing person. So shout out to him. Talk about collab. There's the very definition is silent. So I see now. I see the connection.
Yeah, definitely. He's in there.
Just be still, and it will all make itself known. Just be still. It'll all come up around you. You trying to look for the promised land, you already standing there. Okay?
Exactly. I love it.
I don't think I didn't hear that song on the intro. Now I heard you, Tracy. Hey, you doing some things out there.
Oh, that's funny because I don't know if anyone's ever brought it up in the show, Uncle Rhino. There,
That's amazing. Okay.
Well, thank
Check
you.
you out.
We got all kinds of stuff going on, literally, and just like Uncle Rhino, I had stepped out for a while, and then as I'm coming back into different things, I decided, man, I got to go back and do radio too, because there's a movement happening where I believe that we are all in as people, and that is to get back to the root of the community, get back to the people, and support each other in each genre, in each lane, whatever that may be. And so I don't really fit into one category. My music doesn't, and neither do I. So, Uncle Rhino, I know you as well. Like, in order to get back and do what we need to do for multiple genres, multiple categories, I was like, yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back and we will take this on, because you know what? It's going to be able to help and get back to the root of the community. So, yeah, you found me over here in Uncle Rhino, and just about the time that he probably came out back into music, I should say, then same for me. So I am just fascinated by all of your information. I do have to say this because I do have someone that people need to understand that music in all forms, art in all forms, like an appreciation for people in their art needs to be there in respect. And if it's not for you, turn the channel.
That's right.
That easy, correct?
Yeah.
Am I not
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We want you here, and you're at Two Step Tribe right now. We are with multiple stations. But look, if it's not for you right now, turn the channel. That's what I wanted to say. And I needed to say that right now for all of us right now on this screen. You would be y'all might have said something different. But
We are country, we are heavy metal, we are hip hop, funk, bluegrass,
yes,
Delta blues, Southern rock, EDM. We are all American music. All of it is American music. You know, one thing that's funny to me, and I brought this up on the show before, but not ever with Lipe. Folks come in, they going, man, that's not country. La, 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 la. Cool you get, Slim Shady, because everything came from the country. Okay, from spirituals came country and blues. From country and blues came folk, came rock and roll and jazz, and then swing. And then from all of it, it continued to branch out like vines. And then you ended up with hip hop, and you ended up with trap. You ended up with house, EDM, all kind of Southern rock. You ended up with all this stuff. So when you got a drum loop and trap beats coming back with a fiddle and a banjo, that's not something that's infected country music. That's country music coming home. It went out and traveled the world, and it picked up a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and all it is coming home. So that's, you know, you don't, people ever, like she said, man, people get hung up on this or that or the other. Music's got to stay fluid, just like people. And if you tear down the fences between walls of music, well, you'll also do that with people. It's all meant to free flow together.
I agree.
That's what this show is.
it definitely is. So we, in order to support, lift up, help each other, you mentioned A. Swain, like he needs lifted up right now. We need to make sure and take care of each other, give him some good love out there. We hope that he's doing well. In regards to your artistry as well and what you do, you know, in multiple hats, it is not only in the music production, everything that you've done. I'm wondering, you know, the bigger you get and the mission behind what you're producing, you know, and what you're building, what is your next sound? What is that brand, the movement? You know, we say hashtag tribe, which we're pulling you into. But when you're talking about yourself, what would you say about that?
Yeah, really for me, for my music, I just want to make music that makes people feel seen, you know, whether it's a joyous thing, whether it's pain or growth, you know, because we all go through stuff. But if I could put something in a record that makes people say, damn, that's me, then I've done my job, you know. So
Right.
that's
Right.
really where I'm at.
Yes. I like that.
There's an epiphany that happened for me, and I try to give you guys a head start so you don't have to wait to find it as long as I did. But that's when I had an epiphany when I realized music was never my project. Music was never my destination or my objective. You are. Music is my tool that gets me there. Music is the sonic handshake that brings them into the conversation, but you are the project. Tribe is the project, the people. That's what it is. And the music is just the wrench and the hammer and the saw. Those are the different tools we use to build this house that has no room for walls.
No room, man. And you know, people sonically, when they listen to music, they don't really care how the artist feels at that moment. They care about how it makes them feel. So
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Let's pop into another one, Trace. We got another one we can sling out there.
We've got multiple, and I was going to let Lipe. When
if you want to play, Sunday, it's a good record as well. That's with my girl Amy Bell. Amy Bell's a featured artist. Me, her brother Les, and Swain all created this in their home studio. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this record.
We're gonna go on to church then. Come on.
Here we go. Let's check this out together. Here we go. Sunday.
Hey, Swain, they got the beats for you a bit more.
Fall out of summer and be flowing where the heat's at. Be riding around in California, trees to taper. I got a place where we can park before we start there. Chill out on Sundays, I like it gon' be the kickback. We roll a sunset, nowhere to hide, feel so good. Low rider Sunday, back in my neighborhood. We get it bumpin', my record on playing loud. We make the memory, don't ever go. See ya Sunday, set it up. Sunday, meet me on Sunday, make it up, we love it. Sunday, I know what it all open. The time is Sunday, we lift it up, we love it. We rolling right into the destination, love it. You know this life ain't easy, we gon' go and kick it. Low rider Sunday and our riders where it's live at. Back in my neighborhood, I love it where my tribe at. We roll a sunset, nowhere to hide, feel so good. Low rider Sunday, back in my neighborhood. We get it bumpin', my record on playing loud. We make the memory, don't ever go. See ya Sunday, set it up. Sunday, meet me on Sunday, make it up, we love it. Sunday, I know what it all open. The time is Sunday, we lift it up, we love it. It's something like the Sunday light. I'm feeling like that where we kick back. It's something like a Sunday night. We lived it like that where we hit that. We roll a sunset, nowhere to hide, feel so good. Low rider Sunday, back in my neighborhood. We get it bumpin', my record on playing loud. We make the memory, don't ever go. See ya Sunday, set it up. Sunday, meet me on Sunday, time don't rock me love it. Sunday, I know what it all open. The time is Sunday, we lift it up, we love it. Sunday,
Don't pass me nothing. What it all's open. We gotta be loving.
Hey, Sunday.
That's
Sunday.
very thinkable. You can hear how a lot of people don't realize too with music sync, and I had to get schooled on it. You know, there's some guys right now, some very dear and near and close to me, that wrote a bunch of songs about roughnecking in the oil field, and you have that real hot show called Landman that everybody was chasing, and they were asking for pitches for Landman. And the guys couldn't understand why they have a song that's about oil field and they couldn't get it locked in on Landman. And with that, the type of music like you just did, that's so identifiable. It's so anthem for people's life. But it's also chill. And you don't like for love stories and love movies, the songs don't, everything submitted can't be about love. You know, you got to have party music. You've got to have highway music. You've got to be, cruising at night, with the street lights going by. It's all about the mood that's in different scenes of the movie. And so much of the time, the people who are the composers or the writers, they don't understand the bigger final product of the art and how one complements the other for different scenes that may be unrelated to the title. The stuff that you put in here right now is like so soundtrack all over the place, very syncable.
That was the idea, yeah, when we put that song together, actually, because putting it in a sync space. I mean, seeing where it could land, but it can go in so many different phases, like you said. It's just a feel good record. We like to make feel good music. That's one that you can. I think the original idea was she had an idea for a video where we, on Sundays, people go out with their cars and they like to have car shows and things like that. Riding down the highway. Kind of in that space, just something super relaxing, super chill. The melodic feel, the way the drums hit in that record is just. Whew.
You did it. It's just you put that frame of mind and that vibe in there, and you just flow with it. Have you ever worked with a music supervisor at all?
Yeah. We've had some like A&R wise, but not one directly. But
that's one of my dear friends and business partners, right?
Oh man, let's make the introduction, man. We got some.
Yeah, okay.
We got a catalog ready for them.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So it don't hurt to flirt. There ain't nothing but love swinging around here. So heck yeah.
I said a wink.
That's a song.
That's it.
A song.
That's with my good eye. That was my good eye right there. Yeah.
What you waving over there?
I write. So
okay.
Every time I hear something and we're in a show and I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta write that down because I'm gonna do a song later.
I start talking and that baby starts scribbling all over the place. I imagine if we were on a road trip, we wouldn't get where we're going. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Man.
I can do the show and do a song and keep us rolling. I'm good.
Hey, you see what's behind me? I'm ready.
See? That's what I'm looking
right now.
for. I tell everybody, if I see a musical instrument anywhere in the show, I want you to show off something that you have in the show, because that is where you get the beauty right there.
You about to get sucked in right now. You didn't even know it.
I'm really good at that.
Hey, you better be careful. Yes, you'll get voluntold to get on that key on them keys. You'll get voluntold right there.
Y'all open the door.
I got to plug them up. I left for rehearsal last night, so I ain't even got them plugged up right now. But they back there.
Y'all open that door, and I'm like, oh, hello.
I'm gonna have to go get in my bag and get all my cords out. That's what you're gonna tell me.
Yeah,
see that'll teach you.
Yeah, you got thank you for that. VJ's like already feeling your vibes and your music, pulling that off. Yes, VJ Walker out of Breaking Point Nation. Yes, I definitely see what he's saying.
Shout out
sure.
VJ Walker.
We're gonna connect y'all too, because you're gonna love their vibe. They're straight out of Missouri too, Bubba. They out of Poplar Bluff.
Oh, good point.
Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Okay.
Yeah, very good point.
Yeah.
Very good friends and good people. Good people.
10 folk. Yep.
Yeah.
Eric Odell and BJ.
And if you want, I'll connect you later is what I'll do. We just worked on something for UncleRyano, but it's not out right yet. But yeah, we'll talk on back channels for that. Lipe, I love Sunday, like in general, but I love that song Sunday. But I'm a very honest individual, and I always wish that someone. I hope that other people are too. We got some flack for that first song. And so that is why I had to put out the statement. And so, Uncle Rhino, if you'd like to, you can put out a statement. But again, in art and in music, you don't like that lane. Uncle Rhino, if you'd like to address it, you can.
Yeah, I think I don't pick around a bush. I just burn it. So for me, it's one of those deals where music is it unites everybody. And some stuff you may not vibe on it, but the cool thing is typically songs only last 3.5 minutes, so it ain't long to suffer. And the thing is it's got something to say. But if your mind ain't open and your heart ain't open, you'll never hear it. And if you go into any style of music, just like going into any garden, if you don't want to look at the roses and all you look for is snakes, that's all you'll see is snakes. If you do that, you'll miss all the flowers. So that's just how it is with what we got going on right here. This is tribe. Every style of music is welcome here. And so no shade, no blame. If you don't vibe with it, that's totally cool. I'm diehard old school country, but I love hip hop. I love jazz. I love some of the most brilliant people in the history of all those subcategory art forms who've made it. I've had dear, amazing friends of mine that were geniuses in those realms and worlds, from Huey Lewis to Eddie Money to Charlie Daniels in the country world. And of course, Malik and that entire camp over there, absolutely beautiful in the hip hop and R&B world. And that's how we are. We're American music. That's what we celebrate. And
I love it, Lipe, and I know millions other do too.
I make music for everybody who loves it.
Yes,
simply put.
Yes, sir.
That's why they make
that's who it was for. It was for the people who like it.
Yes,
sir.
And I love your music. I just felt like I wanted to address something, so I did.
Absolutely.
I love Sunday, but I'd like to go now and have you drive me into the next song and tell us a little bit about it.
Oh yeah. What else I seen you?
I can tell you.
I want to play the one by that I did with my boy Chris Kay and Scotty Grand over there. How You Feel? I actually met these guys we were in another writers camp involved with my girl Mickey Shiloh. Shout out to Mickey Shiloh in the Acme camp. There was a sync writing camp. So this was another song that we came up with during that camp, and I felt it'd be a great fit for the album.
And that's How You Feel?
That's how I feel.
That's how you feel. The song
just for the record, I put Stunt as the promo reel backdrop for that song when we rolled out that advert for tonight, the promo tonight. And I'm creeping up on about 22,000 views on my page. And so just so everybody knows, I hadn't got one negative comment on that at all, but I got a ton of glowing stuff. I mean, they wore out the fire button on it and the heart. So there's always going to be something that doesn't rub somebody as much as we'd want it to in a certain way, but it's okay. That's the cool thing about here, because we got flavors, we got vibes, and we're constantly changing up. So we value everybody from old school to new school to preschool. We love everybody here. But what you need to do is just hold tight and stay with us, because we'll rotate around to something that makes more sense to you.
I tell people all the time, hey, you don't like that record? Hey, stick around for a little bit. I'm gonna get
That's
you.
That's right.
I'm gonna find one that's gonna get you.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So in the house. So Lipe, is this the one that is just with you? And who is this song? Tell me who's on it with you.
Yeah, the feature artist, Chris Kay, phenomenal rapper, singing artist as well. And Scotty Grant. Oh man, that guy's a vocal genius, man. You'll hear it.
Ooh. All right. And again, I'm grabbing that for you right now. There seems to be a technical. I gotcha right here.
You got to hold your mouth just right.
No. Y'all are funny. No, it is How You Feel right here. Now we won't get into it, but it's a meta thing. So I just fixed it. So How You Feel right here with Lipe Beats on Two Step Tribe. Let's check this out. Don't forget, we've got our other artists coming in later in the show. Our featured artist right now, Lipe Beats. It's got so many pieces that you really don't want to miss what is going on here. It is it is a beautiful thing to be able to have someone take that time. So taking time from people in general is a large commodity that you give to someone else. And so I appreciate, respect time that people
Yes.
get and dedicate to each other. So thank you for that. So
Yeah.
how do you feel right
Thanks for
now?
having me.
Yeah, that right. So how you feel? Like, here you go.
Hey, Swain, Lipe got the beats for you, baby mom.
Tell me how you feel, girl. Tell me how you feel, baby. We be on the coast, let me make a toast. Fine wine, got a 10 by my side, yeah. You be stunning like a rose with a Stella hat. Cinderella finna get it like a queen, no, you ain't getting it right at home. We can slide through the back door. Back it up, baby, get low. Shawty slide like the MLB. She been working like an LLC. Independent like the CIA and shit with me, oh we. I'm like, you ain't gotta go nowhere. You can stay one more night. Baby, let's vibe all night, yeah. Tell me how you feeling, it's cool, alright.
Tell me how you feel. Cause I've been wondering if it's alright, if we love like this all our lives. Cause how you feel, it's a feeling I can't describe. Leading your vibe like all the time. I'm wondering, baby, how you feel. I'm wondering, can we make it real? I'm wondering, have I made it clear? I'm feeling heaven here, so unreal. How you feel?
Baby, I don't wanna wait, so don't hesitate, no. I give you a minute, don't take 10. Shut up, down, Julio, take one. But don't drink too much, cause I need your brain, girl. Tell me okay, yeah. But don't think too much, cause your heart don't lie, yeah. Take my hand, you ain't gotta go back to the one that hurt. Girl, you got my word, why you stress at work? You the best on earth, I'ma put you first. Let me break your curse, and I'll break your back. Girl, I'll make you laugh, you ain't gotta hold back on the one that's facts. There's some racks, girl, I'm a life hack. And you looking like a snack, we can get it, oh yeah, yeah.
Tell me how you feel. Cause I've been wondering if it's alright, if we love like this all our lives. Cause how you feel, it's a feeling I can't describe. Needing your vibe like all the time. I'm wondering, baby, how you feel. I'm wondering, should we make it real? I'm wondering, have I made it clear? I'm feeling heaven here, so unreal. How you feel? Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel. I wanna know. Tell me how you feel. Cause I love how this feels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See?
You just like the way that feel?
I do. So how do you feel? I mean, I really like that song. Is that just you? Did you write that one?
Yeah, we all collaboratively wrote it. Chris Kay, Scotty Grant, who was on the hook singing. We did all the music. Yeah, it came together beautifully, man. During the camp at that time. Yeah, it was just a collaborative effort.
Was that Bad Kids, or was that just through the network?
Through the network of Mickey Shiloh. She wrote records for Janet and a few others, but she did a writers camp, I think around the pandemic, a little bit before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how that record came up.
Okay. Y'all crawled up
More
on
collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we
Yes,
were talking
sir.
about. So, yeah.
Yes, that's where we will definitely be chatting on for sure. That's the word right there.
Well, actually, on the album as a whole, we had 14, I believe, featured artists.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
I love that. See, that's what I think of when I think of Two Step Tribe. Think of our show is collectively genres, writers, producers, people that are just what I call good people who are looking to do some good things. And music is a universal language, right? You know, music can actually heal. Music can get deep within a community and the soul, and it can actually do a lot of things collectively. And I can speak just for myself and tell you that even if I have 3,000 songs that I've written and nobody ever buys it, it has helped me because the writing process and putting together a song, mixing it. UncleRyano, you're quiet. I'm surprised you haven't teased me yet, because normally you tease me about how, Tracy, you're like in the hip hop lane. How the heck you're over there like doing this and doing that, because I don't really fit into a lane. So he's like, you actually fit
I don't tease you because that's where I broke out. I mean, I grew up country, but my first band was an all black band, and I was the closest. I was 17. Closest one to my age was 38, and we did Old Wicked, Wilson Pickett, and Percy Sledge, and Otis Redding, and John Lee Hooker. That old Bayou stuff, man. Whether you were in the cut and shoot bars with the chicken wire clubs, the old real juke joints. You know what I mean? You cut your way in and shoot your way out, and in between that, you got to hear some good music. And
hey, I've heard unwrap now. Don't let them fool you. I've heard of rap.
Well, what I meant was so being able to do music nowadays. So I know I'm not going to say for a fact, but I'm 99.9% on this, that you can take music collectively, and you've got a song, Lipe, construct it, hear it, mix it, and have that song in and out literally probably within hours or a day. With technology that we have nowadays, there's just certain pieces and software and ways that you can work within music. We'll be speaking soon at Cutting Edge about this. And
yes.
I happen to work that way. And so ironically, UncleRyano said to me, and you're on Two Step right now, Two Step Tribe. He said, you work like someone in the hip hop lanes. That, like, what are you doing? Before we really got to know me, he was like, you know what you're doing. What you do is exactly what they do in hip hop. I'm like, I do music, man. I don't know what to tell you. I just get in there and I know what I'm doing. So I love the masterpiece behind the song, the person that's in there, the mix that goes into it. You're talking about syncing. You're talking about there's all kinds of levels other than grab that mic, got a song, let's roll. Yeah. All the factors that go behind that, to me, are the interesting pieces and put together the whole piece. And that's what I love. And that's what I appreciate about you, is that you can actually take something, you hear a word, you've got this, you're already, your wheels are turning, you're going to take it and you're creating. You're very creative. I love that about you. So I definitely wanted you to know that you have a creative spark and an energy about you that I love. So we've got Sunday that just rolled out. Love the song. As we move over here on How You Feel, love that song too. So let's keep rolling. I want to hear some more over here. You have a couple more in here that I would love to know about, because just so y'all know, we're very organic. So it's not like I got on the phone with Lipe and said, hey, tell me about this, and this, or, let's dig in.
We are here just letting it fly.
We literally are.
Well, they finding out more about us right now than Lipe, but we gotta this is how we operate though, is where it's just it's a collab. We on the porch talking and everybody's hanging out with us while we visiting and chopping it up on the porch. So only thing missing is the dominoes and the sweet tea. Right now.
Good.
For real, depends on the sweet tea. Yeah. Down here in Louisiana, it's just sugar water, man. It's like you get the diabetes. Yeah, well, there we go again. Diabetes. I gotta say it like that.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Yeah, that's the little ones. That's the big old fat sugars. That's the diabetes. Yeah.
I'm really curious about what is bop bop in every day of my life. So I'm looking, and I on purpose did not play them so that I could figure this out with every one of you. So I am very curious, and I'm going to let you drive.
How you know Lipe don't have like a bunch of nasty words in his song? We could be about to get in trouble.
You're probably gonna get in trouble. That is
what happened at the beginning of the show, if y'all want to know.
Oh, I know what it was. I know what happened, and I thought I gave you this look.
I'm not in trouble. This is A, a free country, and B, this is a show on a radio station that we can do what we want to do. Now,
Mhm.
obviously
Hey,
parameters, but there is no
my
restriction.
my album has explicit content for a reason.
Mhm.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
I got it when it was already outside the wrapper, so I didn't know. I had to go and pray. I've been at the river ever since I heard that first song. I had to go down to the river. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, Bop Bop is featuring one of my favorite. Her name is Mila, and she actually brought her bestie on the song, which is Alia Rose.
Ooh,
So yeah, it's definitely tasty. We wrote that one. I would say around 2019. So yeah,
okay.
this one was it's another feel good joint, man. So let's go ahead and kick it off.
I will. I will. Lipe, do you need to do your explicit warning out there? Or you want me to do it?
Do I need to get the Bible?
No.
Yeah, probably not so much for this song, but the next song definitely we're gonna need to.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just giving
All
y'all
right.
an up front. There you go. Let's go. Let's go. There we go.
Put the
Lipe.
kids to bed.
Mila. Y'all ready? Hey, Swain, Lipe got the beats for your baby.
I'm not a thought, that's a headshot. It's a bop bop, blow your top top. Yeah, get it, yeah, get it. I'm not a thought, that's a headshot. It's a bop bop, blow your top top. Yeah, get it, yeah, get it. You wanna get a taste? The line is like a million man march. Yeah, as soon as you pull up, my dogs come running out the porch. You wanna have my number, are you willing to die? Bang, bang, shoot 'em up, now you in the sky. I'm so dangerous. Turn your body to angel dust. You can't pay for this. If you try, you go missing, it's unfortunate. If you try, you go missing, it's unfortunate. I'm not a thought, that's a headshot. It's a bop bop, blow your top top. Yeah, get it, yeah, get it. I'm not a thought, that's a headshot. It's a bop bop, blow your top top. Yeah, get it, yeah, get it.
Alia, let's go.
One taste is all it takes to make you earthquake. Yeah, it's not a game. You're gonna scream my name, and you'll never be the same. So you wanna be there, what you wanna do? Can't waste no time, better make it move. So dangerous, I bet you can't handle the light. I'm not a thought, that's a headshot. It's a bop bop, blow your top top. Yeah, get it, yeah, get it. I'm not a thought, that's a headshot. It's a bop bop, blow your top top. Yeah, get it, yeah, get it. It's a bop bop, yeah. What you wanna do? It's a bop bop, yeah. What you wanna do?
Woo-hoo. I do love
And I-
that. I do. Got
And I
that
want to say
headshot.
that beautiful angelic voice that you heard on that second verse is actually the daughter of Tina Marie.
That's who?
It's the daughter of Tina Marie.
Oh, goodness. All right. Y'all definitely angelic voice that was thrown in there. That's for sure. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I love that. I love the arrangement of it too. So I loved every bit of that. Bop bop.
It gets stuck in your head, you know. So that's the
Yeah.
whole point.
It's
You
right
wanna
there.
make something memorable that people are gonna remember. So,
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Tell me a little bit more, Lipe. You mentioned that you were out. You happen to know Silent Sounds, who's a friend to the show, to us
Mhm.
as people. Are you mainly into writing right now, collectively bringing people in on a label, or what is it that you have going on behind you yourself, Lipe?
Yeah, mainly on the production and writing side. So basically, I like to collaborate with various artists. We have a few projects that we released this past year, or mainly singles with different artists. We have a I have another artist I'm working with right now on her album. It's probably gonna be about 13 to 14 songs long. So we're about 2 or 3 songs in. So gonna be working on that over the next few months.
Nice.
And just getting our situations, secured in other areas. So yeah,
All right. You're out in Los Angeles now.
yeah.
So yeah. All right. I love it.
Anybody in LA, hit me up, DM me.
We got them. We got them all around you. You already know. We got to do a big shout out to our beautiful baby sis, Bad Apple Ella, too. We got to
Bad
do a
Apple
big
Ella.
shout out. Yep.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, I know. We got she's Tribe. So is Silent Sound. Now you Tribe. Good Lord. We're wrecking the damn neighborhood right now. We done wrecked the crap out of it. I showed up and the property value went down as soon as my U-Haul come around the corner. So there we go.
Hey, just happy to be a part of it, man. Happy to be a part of it.
No, we're glad to have you here at Two Step Tribe. I appreciate your creativity. I appreciate the beats, the lyrics, every bit of it. It takes more than people think to pull that off. So I appreciate it all. We have April Smith standing by too. We're standing here with Lipe Beats here live on Two Step Tribe. UncleRyano, Tracy Two Step, tuning in for some original music that we're putting out, as well as creative right now with Lipe Beats. It's coming to you, Lipe and UncleRyano. You can make this decision. I can pull April in, and we can pull in your song, and also, as UncleRyano kind of told you at the beginning, we usually pull in that second artist, get somebody else in here on the stage, and welcome in them. Would you like to do that now? I like to check in.
Yeah, let's bring her on in. This kinfolk around here. So let's bring her on in.
My birthday's in April. I like all Aprils.
Oh, well, April Smith, welcome to the show. April, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm warning you, but I'm good.
Yeah, I've been listening a little bit, so I feel like I need a warning, but that's okay. No, I'm just teasing.
No, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
you're supposed to wait 30 minutes after eating before you get into all this and start swimming. So that's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's true.
No, welcome to the show. We're on live right now to Sub Tribe Radio Network broadcasting as well. We've got Lipe Beats in the house. Lipe, talented, creative, anything from singing, songwriting, producing, mixing, you name it, under you and your label too, NWP. I am just so intrigued by you and what you do as a creative. And so I love every bit of that. And then April N. Smith was sent our way by a dear friend, Gabe Choate, who's part of Tribe, Two Step Tribe, actually, here out of Texas. So I haven't actually met April Smith yet, but she was like, yeah, I definitely would like to come in. And so we'll feature you on another episode. That's what we do, Lipe. It's like, got our featured guest, and then we'll be bringing you back to April.
Okay.
The interesting part is, April, mixing in here with Lipe, that would be a rare chance that the two of y'all might bump into each other, into your music. And that's the beautiful thing about Tribe. The beauty of art, the beauty of music, and the beauty of a collaboration. So that's what I love about it. So welcome to the show, April N. Smith. Love, I guess, put on a seatbelt if that already got you.
Oh yeah, this next song's got some explicits in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
this would be the good time to throw that label out there.
Jesus gonna say his own name by the time we get to the end of this one. Yeah.
All right. Well, good. There, we've got Lipe who's letting you know that right now. So move your kids and your dogs and your everything right now.
Yeah.
But not the people who want to hear good music and creativity. You stick by right now for Lipe Beats. Lipe, is this song? Tell me about this song.
Yeah, so I'm on it with a few of my buddies, my guy Saint Mick and Kids Q, who does a radio station out in St. Louis. Shout out to 104.1 The Mix.
And it's Every Day of My Life is the title. The title of the song, Every Day of My Life. And like Lipe said, put away the kids right now, turn it away. This is adults. There is a warm little sticker on it, like UncleRyano said. Let's check it out. Every Day of My Life.
got the beats for your baby mom. I made a lot of money for the set of my life. I made a lot of niggas upset in my life. Why you mad, homie? Get your money up. With all these baddies out tonight, I never slump. I just want all my cake, I wanna eat it too. I just want all the pussy, wanna eat it too. I got a pocket full of green, you got a pocket full of dreams, we're not the same. Niggas mad and they lame, I'm in the beans with the name. This is the life. On the downside, they switching sides. Had to skip the candlelight, going outside. I just wanna be rich every day, I'm alive. I just wanna be rich every day, I'm alive. Every day of my life, I just wanna be rich every day of my life. Every day of my life, I just wanna be rich every day of my life.
On the downside, they switching sides. Fuck the other side, on the upside, we gon' slide. Niggas talking jive, I'm bulletproof the ride. Heart metal jacket, I'm bulletproof inside. Turn 3 bricks to 5. I'm a bad motherfucker, got 3 chicks inside. They got their ass from their mother, I get cash to my mother. She sweat me about the Bentayga. Started with the white Lex and got the Benz later. No favors, Graham chopping with a razor. This is business, baby, not personal, I get friends later. If she act up, I get a friend later. She pack up and want a man later. It's 1,000 yous and only one of me. Hustle through the streets and office so cunningly.
On the downside, they switching sides. Had to skip the candlelight, going outside. I just wanna be rich every day of my life. I just wanna be rich every day of my life. Every day of my life, I just wanna be rich every day of my life. Every day of my life, I just wanna be rich every day of my life. Every day of my life, I just wanna be rich every day of my life. Every day of my life, I just wanna be rich every day of my life.
Look, I'm getting money, the only equation. No, I do not wanna hear your persuasion. I got the sauce, it ain't contagious. Counting this cash, I'm feeling courageous. Better go check my dilemma. Booking the show, stay on my agenda. She wetter than Hurricane Katrina. Got the racks like Serena. I won't surrender. Benjamin's really my preference. My name, her weight, I don't need no reference. Handle my business, I'm making investments. All of my bars and lyrics domestic. I'ma take off like a rocket ship. It's my prerogative. They don't know how I live. All eyes on me like popping my cause in apocalypse. Everything I say is catastrophic. Set the blueprint, I'ma make the profit. You already know I'm speaking logic. Hop about the whip and I want everything spotless. Got the rap game and I'm holding it hostage. Check my resume, I'm certified. Cut the beat just like it's circumcised. Yeah, yeah.
Listen to
I was
you.
thinking- I was thinking all the way through it. So, as an artist, as a producer, I absolutely love the tracks. Absolutely. I think I am a true rebel before rebel was in style when it comes to pushing the envelope and pushing the boundaries and tearing down the fences and the walls. That is my brand. I've always been that way. I think generationally, it's been interesting too, as a writer first, to sit back and see the way that my generation and the art forms that we in Texas, and not just in Texas, but all around the world at an era where you said it without saying it. And then versus the new way, especially in the cadence of hip hop, where everyone's looking for the realest, the hardest, so they want, there's a part of taking away any sugar or water, which I'm cool with that, but they don't do the creative way of saying, the talking about in hip hop, you would talk about the colors in the sky, but in the old way, you would talk about how the setting sun set fire to the sky. I mean, it basically, you would imply it and the listener would come to their own conclusion. It was just a different way of doing the art form. And so as the artist, I can see, we're different people, because you're a dad too. I'm a dad. And so we have our artist self, and then we have our dad self, and we want to protect other children as well as our own from certain types of things or certain until they're developed to a certain point. And so but a lot of people just wall up real quick when the unknown and unforeseen. I think I'm a free for all after 9 o'clock. You let it roll out there, and we're going to push the envelope, I think, before 9 o'clock, before 8 o'clock sometime. I ain't necessarily saying we're going to be singing Amazing Grace, but we'll definitely apply some grace until we click past 9, and then we can let her buck, as they say in Texas. I love
like
this. I love this, to Tracy's point, because this is what we do. April and Lipe, you guys wouldn't have the opportunity unless you were at a major awards show. Typically, the genres don't get to commingle. That's artificial. And some of my best friends that I've ever had were from the hip hop world and the rock world, top 40 and international. And so blending, they all those guys. Huey Lewis loved country. Eddie Money loved country. And Charlie Daniels, who's the old school OG country devil, went down to Georgia. Charlie Daniels absolutely loved rock, and he would have told you, man, he got appreciation for everything that's got a beat to it. And all those old school guys were like that, because they came up when they were having to do their own version of tearing down the fences. So that's what this show is about. This show is about showing April off and her Texas music and her vibes and her culture and the people who love her style of music. It's about doing the same thing. I would say introducing y'all to secondary. It's actually introducing your music and your people who love it to each other. That's, if you cut down the fences, music will flow together, and so will the people.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome, April and Lipe. You stay right there with me on this one. April nobody ever knows who they're paired with. This was not a purpose-made show where April was going to be put with someone. This was a show. We have Lipe on, and April we have a mutual friend who said, let's get April out there with her music. So that's what we do. We have the station, we have the abilities to do that, and then the genres. So like I said, I've got something that Silent took and totally did his little one.
Y'all are now rolling out, just so y'all know, because we didn't specifically articulate it earlier, but you're on Heroes Media Group that's got millions of listeners. We're currently streaming on 19 platforms simultaneously. And a week later, the show gets picked up on Swamp 107.5, which is syndicated through 80 stations to 195 countries. So you guys, I hope y'all are holding on and dug in good, because y'all about to be riding around some spots.
Hey.
Yeah, I've got
Absolutely.
you. That's what I mean. So being nationwide like that, being on multiple channels, being in radio too, your music and your music, April, both, all of us on the screen. And it could be, it's nighttime or daytime, because we are in multiple countries right now. And April, I know you were standing by. Welcome. I know that Gabe knows you well, and you're in Texas. And
Yes.
so April N. Smith is on with Two Step Tribe right now with Lipe Beats here live coming into the show. Raw energy. So that's why we said you got a seatbelt. Come on in.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Strapped in and ready.
I love it. I love it. What I'd like to do though is what would you like for us to know about you, April? Because I'd love to hear it from you and then grab something.
Oh gosh. Okay. So, a lot of people don't know that I'm a school teacher. I teach third grade. Yes. And so I still do that, still love it. And so I guess what they would call, I'm a weekend warrior. I still play, 3-4 times a week, but during the day I'm at the schoolhouse. And so still love that, still have that passion. So, but like you said, I'm from Texas. I'm from a little town called Dangerfield in East Texas, born and raised here. Loved it so much. I just moved across the driveway whenever I grew up, and still own my house here in Dangerfield, and just travel all over where music takes me to play. And so I have done music most of my life, took a long break to raise some kids, and then have been back professionally writing and doing music for about 8 years now. So
Wow.
Love that.
yeah.
I love that. And there's a town called Dangerfield
Mhm.
in Texas.
Yes.
I know where it is.
And a teacher. Look, I got to say thank you to you because that is one job that no, it's
Oh,
just
God bless your
no.
heart. God
Well,
bless your
Yeah.
heart.
my bass player tells me every time I say it from the stage, he says, "Thank you for your service."
Yes, yes.
Definitely.
I know it's one job that I did for a while. And I'm like, no, it's just a no. I don't have anything else to say, but thank you to you because this one, I wasn't meant to do that part. So I'm
Somebody
glad
got to
that
do
you
it.
do.
Yeah.
Right?
I tease her all the time. She'll rattle something off, and I'll go public school. Yeah, I mess with her on a regular basis. Yeah,
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
I
never know
will.
what's going to happen. Watch out.
I'll ask her a question, and I'll see her. She trying to act like she ain't looking, but she's counting her fingers. I saw her doing it. Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna let you have that one because I don't know how to respond to you.
Yeah.
Public or private school? Which one you?
That's it.
Public.
Hey,
Yeah.
I raised myself. I can tell you that. So nothing
Uh-oh.
was easy. I went to school early, as a matter of fact, on my own. Did a whole lot. But I do
Wow.
appreciate
That's a
you,
running
Ava.
joke. My brother went to school in Louisiana, and I went to school in Tyler. And so I was over, yeah. And so I was in Tyler. My brother went to school in Louisiana. So I called him up on the phone. He's a doctor now, by the way. I shall protect the hospital and not say who it is, but yeah, he's a brilliant man, brilliant. But I would tease him about going to school in Louisiana, and I would say, "Man, I was reading a thing today that said Louisiana come in 39th in May,"
You
and
froze up,
my brother would say,
frozen
"He-
up there, Uncle Rhino. April, for
"Am I still
everybody out
froze?"
there standing by with Two Step Tribe.
I can see him in here.
Yeah, everybody else can see me and hear me. I just think it's something in Round Rock broke. Anyway, there's
Right
yeah,
where it flooded.
yeah, I ain't squared up. Yeah, I ain't squared up in Round Rock. See what I did? Anyway, yeah. So my brother, he said, I told him, I said, y'all come in 39th in math, and he said, He said, I don't believe that BS. He said, look down there and see who they put for 3010th.
Oh my.
See, that's a 4 Mississippi, and then it pops. I got you. Okay. Yeah,
All right.
Tracy don't want to encourage me, but it's too late. Me and April are friends. She makes me. I made her laugh. Yeah.
Well, I am friends with Lipe and April. I'm glad to have you on, and look, we will get to know you, and you're welcome here at Two Step Tribe. So anybody that's a friend of Gabe Choate is definitely an automatic in my book. Anybody that's a friend of Silent is an automatic in my book. So I have worked with both of them, and Uncle Rhino in my book. Anybody from him down. so it's just an automatic. So it's not like I let's get over here, April. Lipe, here's what I like to do too, is because you're heavy into the music industry, and ask April about hers. April, is there a song that you would pick? Well, we got Lipe in here that is a standout song to you, that you do, and did you write it? And is it one of those that's the click that everybody's like, I really want you to play that, April. That's your song.
Probably the last single that I put out in January, Broke My Rose Colored Glasses. We get that requested a lot.
Yes.
I think a lot of people can relate to that song. They've been in those situations and scenarios, and so they relate to it. So that's probably my most requested that everybody seems to get. We just got nominated for Song of the Year with the Josie Music Awards for that song, and so very excited about that nomination. And I did write that song. There was 2 lines in it that I got stuck on, and I called up a songwriter friend of mine, Tim Slasner, and said, hey man, I've been working on this song for 2 months. I can't figure out these 2 lines, and sent it to him. And 15 minutes later, he sent it back with the music written, the lyrics fixed, and it was a go. So we fell in love with it, and it's just really become one of our most popular ones to play. So we're happy with it.
I like it. And so April N. Smith, for everyone out there in radio, especially, April N. Smith is the name that you're easy to find on Instagram, as a matter of fact. Lipe, same thing. Lipe, do you prefer to have people find you on your Instagram or a website? That is something I definitely want to put out there.
Yeah. You can get me on my Instagram. I am Lipe Beats, all one word.
Yep. Yep, I've got it all out there, but I just wanted to make sure to have you say it out there instead of me saying it for you. And same for April, because April's got the N. It's a capital N. April N. Smith. So April, I want to make sure that they find you. I have that song right here, and I'll play it, and I'd love to hear your feedback on it too, Lipe. Here we are on live with Two Step Tribe, Lipe Beats, and April N. Smith.
There's a laundry list of reasons I should have walked out that door. Promises we made and chances given once more. But tonight, as I watched your taillights fade into blue, everything inside of me shattered, and then I knew you broke my rose-colored glasses, and nothing can be the same. You twisted and turned them and just damn near burned them in flames. Yeah, you broke my rose-colored glasses today. Maybe someday I'll agree your leaving was good for me. Everyone just says to give it some time and I'll see. But my vision's just a blur. My heart's flames turn to smoke. My rose-colored glasses ain't the only thing you broke. You broke my rose-colored glasses, and nothing can be the same. You twisted and turned them and just damn near burned them in flames. Yeah, you broke my rose-colored glasses today. Now I've begged you and pleaded and driven myself insane. The problem's not me, it's you. You ain't ever gonna change. You broke my rose-colored glasses, and nothing can be the same. You twisted and turned them and just damn near burned them in flames. Yeah, you broke my rose-colored glasses today. You twisted and turned them and just damn near burned them in flames. Yeah, you broke my rose-colored glasses today. You broke my rose-colored glasses.
Sounds like Texas to me.
That's amazing. The church boy in me really loves that last chorus.
Yes.
Yeah, the claps and everything came in. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Like a whole
Well-
arena was singing it.
Let me ask you something, because the way it is perfect for the Texas dance halls. It is just as it is. It's right in the wheelhouse of all that. But just like always, just like you started in the 80s with the resurrection of country music, that's what's happening right now with the Zach Tops. To me, that's a parallel with the Randy Travises, the Ricky Skaggs, and the Keith Whitleys. What's coming, and it's always coming, is we're going to be busting out in the big country dance clubs that are going to be more dance mixes. The fusion's going to start organically happening again. Lipe, I know you did. Did you hear the dance mix that could be brought in on that with the samples brought into it?
Yeah.
I did too.
Yep.
Yeah, see, April's going, wait, what? And I'm like, for real. I'm telling you, there's a way that there's cool effects and stuff on your vocal that could be just everything where you hit your targets on this one. it could actually go. That's where the song becomes alive on its own, and it starts spreading out in the ways that you never saw coming. And there's nothing cooler than you have a traditional country vocal. You have a traditional, beautiful, flowing melody, and then you put on the you drop my rose-colored glasses. Yeah,
That was
and
my part too.
that beat.
Yeah,
That
you're
be
both picking
rolling
up on the
underneath.
exact same piece there, that they are, April, with your song.
Big bottom end, big booming bottom end, and one of those clubs with that harmony ripping through the top. Girl, you don't even know. I'm just telling you, they would be losing their mind. The mechanical bull would be on overtime. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like we've got some collaborating to do then.
I'm saying,
Yes,
I'm a
I'm
real
done.
bad at instigating. Y'all got to watch me. I'll be rolling up you a daisy if you do. Okay, I'll get you going. Yep.
I like it. I'd like to grab one over here.
I'm big on contrast. You know what I'm saying? I write something vulnerable over a track that's like booming. It got a lot of knock to it. Or
Mhm.
you know, writing always has a lot of layers. So I felt like that one was beautifully written.
Mhm.
Too,
You did
yeah.
an excellent job.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's grab another one over here. April N. Smith, you've got One Lone Star as your title here to the song. And you're here in Texas, so that stood out to me too. I was like, One Lone Star. What is
Well,
going on there?
It actually, we were originally trying to find things that were indicative of around my area. So if Uncle Rhino's, you're familiar with this area because you grew up in Tyler, is that what you said? So around Dangerfield, there's a town about maybe 5 miles from here called Lone Star. And then about 12 miles from here, there's a town called Pittsburgh, and which I had another song that was written about that called One Church, One Bar Town. And but anyway, we decided we wanted to do things that were that had that name in it. And so this was actually one of the very first songs that I wrote. I met my first husband. I met him whenever I was almost 15. I wasn't quite 15 whenever I met him, and we were just real young kids when we got married. And so I wanted to write a song about how you fall in love, and then sometimes whenever you get older, you grow apart, and then you'll find your way back to each other. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what this song is about. I wrote this song many, many years ago, and it turned out beautifully. I absolutely loved it. This is one of the very first songs we recorded when we put the album together. This one was recorded before any of the other ones were put together. And so that's where it came from, and very proud to say that I wrote it. And it's a beautiful ballad, one of the very few ballads that I've put out. I don't have a lot of slow songs that I've put out, so this is one of the few. And so I wanted to throw that in there because it didn't get a lot of attention on radio because it was put out during COVID, and so it didn't really get the attention that I think it deserved because of all the things that were going on. So I wanted to include it in today's show, so maybe some new people could hear it that never did.
Outstanding.
I like that. Yeah, you both mentioned that same thing during the time frame of that. It's interesting. If anyone was paying attention when Lipe was talking too, that came up. So One Lone Star, that one's spelled out literally. So One Lone Star, April N. Smith. Let's check it out real quick.
Big old world, we never answered to no one. I always thought I'd be your girl. Tonight I hope you're somewhere staring at the sky and wishing on that shooting star we share that. Following that one lone star back to you. second chances, but it only took one bad mistake. And after all of the dances, I don't know why we threw it away. When I close my eyes, you're holding me tight. I thought it would get easier, but it doesn't feel right. Following that one lone star with all my heart, praying it will lead me back to you. Searching through the long cold nights with all my might, hoping that you're looking for me too. Following that one lone star back to you. While I be down alone, you know you roll to the place we met so long ago. I hope you know that I'm following that one lone star with all my heart, praying it will lead me back to you. Searching through.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm on multiple channels over here talking about your song over on the station. It is still playing over there on the station. It is a beautiful, beautiful song. One Lone Star, literally, by April N. Smith. Hey, Lipe, I saw your face when it went up
Yeah.
and you heard her voice.
Yes.
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 April.
I love modulations.
Yes.
I do too. You were that. I was so in the vibe that just killed me when we stopped because that was
I was
taking it
there
home.
with
We
you.
were right there taking it home. That's a great track. I would. How are we looking on time? Because I would, if we had the time, I would absolutely love to hear that one again from start to finish. That's a great flow, and it was really solid. Um, yep.
Yeah, we have
Dang.
several in here from April, and every song we have in here gets put on the radio so that you all know. If you're on Two Step Tribe, your music gets put in rotation literally into here. Uncle Ryan, if you want to play that again, I will. It is playing on the station side, but I definitely will do it for you in here and for April. But no matter what, that song is playing literally. I think what we're dealing with is you have to remember where I'm at right now is that everything's flooded and bad. And so the
Yeah,
station,
for the listeners. Yeah, for the listeners, Tracy's in the hill country right now
yeah,
near Kerr County, where they've been having all the issues and trouble. And right now, people aren't aware, but you're having stuff popping off in New Mexico right now. Kind of a repeat, and just like they just had in North Carolina over the last couple of days. So we're having some repeats of the Texas Hill Country right now, both in New Mexico as well as over in North Carolina. So prayers for our families over there right now because they're all everyone in the New Mexico Hill Country as well as over in North Carolina are battling right now. So we need to send some prayers up for them. But that's what's happening with some of our signal over there because we're all coming out of Tracy's server over there on her network. So we may freeze up a little bit, or we may have some delays here and there, or like just a minute ago, we popped out of one, it kicked us out of one. So that's what's happening. I would like to hear it again if Lipe's cool with it, hearing it to start to finish.
Yeah, play that again.
definitely good with that. And we also have the other ones of April's. I want to make sure we don't forget that too. So April, it is April's call on what to do in Uncle Rhino and Lipe.
Oh, my call?
I'm sorry?
It's my call?
It's yours and Uncle Rhino and Lipe.
Oh, well, I will concur with whatever the gentlemen want to happen. It's fine with me. So
Lipe,
Yeah, play
you
that
want to
again.
give her another run, stem to stern?
Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm hearing another song in my ear right now.
It's gonna happen. It's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Okay.
Here we go. One Lone Star. Uncle Rhino, let's get it on start to finish. As I mentioned, it is out on 107.5 right now from start to finish. And as we're right now live in this show, we're going to give it to you start to finish also while April's in here live. Uncle Rhino and Lipe Beats. Here it is. One Lone Star.
There we go. That's sliding into home base right there. Yeah, we are pro songs and pro songwriters here on this channel. And if we got to hit the reboot, then by God, that's why Jesus made the reverse gear right there. We'll back this puppy up, beeping and everything, flashing, all of it. Yep.
This is live. This is live reality that is real, and it is artists, songwriters showcasing, putting it all out there, putting it together. And April, I loved every minute of your voice, every minute of that song. You mentioned it didn't get the airplay, so it just got on twice, full length, and so that song deserves it. I loved it too. I love it when you go up there and you're arranging your voice like that. I'm like, oh wait, there she is. I'm like, oh my goodness,
it was effortless.
I love it, April, and everything you're doing, and it's April N. Smith. if you're looking for her music, be sure to include that in there for April N. Smith. And on the show with us right now, Lipe Beats. Man, when we have our Tuesday night live shows and our featured guests like that, Lipe, you're doing what Silent did and what others will do. And it's like you collab and you're mixing and you're with the artists. And so you let me know how you're doing. You know, you can speak to me on the back channels. Literally, you know how to do that. So I'm loving every minute of having you here as well. While I jump to the 19 different channels and I'm able to keep the thing cruising.
She's a gunslinger back there, y'all. She don't know, but she got octopus DNA. She got 6 other arms y'all can't see, and they back there pulling levers and switches right now. Yeah.
There you go.
And I'm writing
I'm just loving being along for the ride.
That's right.
I'm loving that you're along for the ride. Trust so.
Yeah.
So Lipe Beats is along for the ride on Tuesday.
I keep looking at him, and I'm like, Lipe, quiet. I look back, he got a RC Cola and some Cheetos. He's just back here riding with us. Yeah. We got this, y'all.
So April N. Smith, we just played One Lone Star, and I love the rose-colored glasses. I mean, I can see why everyone is definitely telling you when you go play. Where is the next location someone can find you that you will be playing for your music?
Oh, let me think. We're going to be playing in Trinidad at a little cafe that I absolutely fell in love with. You wouldn't think that this type of upscale dining restaurant would be there because it's such a tiny little town, but I was so impressed. It's kind of built into the side of a train station, I think. But it's the neatest little place. It's called the Whistle Stop Cafe, and they have phenomenal food, and they are really, it's more like a listening room, I guess you could say. And it's just me and my guitar player. We go in and do original songs, but then we also take requests. That's kind of one of the things that we pride ourselves on, is taking a request, and you tell us an artist and we'll cover something by that artist. We get to choose the song, but you just tell us an artist and we will pick whatever we can do by that person. And so anyway, it's one of our favorite places to play. That they're really interested in listening to the stories behind the songs. And I like playing those kind of rooms whenever you're not background noise. You're featured. People are invested and they want to know you. And so I'm looking forward to being at the Whistle Stop. That's going to be on July the 19th. And then we're going to be playing a rodeo in Naples, Texas on the 25th. And then we'll be back up in the stockyards at Pearls in August, I believe. So we've got some things that are coming in August. But you can find any of my tour schedule on my website. It's www.aprilnsmithmusic.com. Very easy. Just all that aprilnsmithmusic.com, and that will get you to where you need to go. You can join to get an email every time I add a show. Follow me on Facebook, all the things there. And so that's where you can find our show schedule. But we stay really busy, so we're looking forward to being back at the Whistle Stop.
Good. I love it. April, if I'm not mistaken, I swear to you, in Fried Green Tomatoes, it is a movie. There literally is the Whistle Stop Cafe.
Yes.
You just took me back into a whole movie. I was like, wait a minute. That's actually truly in a film.
Yeah,
so it is. Yeah, it's Whistle Stop Cafe. So that was very interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yes.
It sounds very, very quaint, and literally, boy, you just drew me right back into something. I was like, wow, does it remind you of it when you go there?
No, not so much. They've really, like I said, it's almost like fine dining that you would find in like downtown Dallas or Austin, or, some of the nicest restaurants I've been in. The food that they serve is very upscale. And people are dressed up, and it's not just a casual cafe like you would normally think. It's very much a destination restaurant to go eat at. So.
Well, that's
you got to know where it's at and be going in there for a purpose. So
right.
That's pretty awesome.
That for any other reason, for sure. But,
I wish I could come.
I wish you could, because I'm telling you, they have. I'm a big French fry person. Like, I like fries and things like that. Everywhere I go, it's always got to have a side of some sort of fries. Sweet potato fries are my very favorite in the whole wide world, and they have the best sweet potato fries I've ever eaten in my life. I don't know what they do to them, but they are so.
They put like some type of Cajun seasoning on it.
it's not Cajun. It's almost like it's sweet, but it's got this salt to it. Just that
Yeah.
perfect sweet and salty mix. And they
Yeah.
are fried perfectly. I don't know what they do to them, but they were
East
so
Texas food is totally different than the rest of Texas food, especially up there where she's from, where I'm from. You got Louisiana on one side, you got Spanish influence on the south side. You got German hit and miss, you got Polish hit and miss. It's a collision of cultures, and the food reflects it. So
Yeah.
you got yum yum all over the place.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, we used to laugh because it's a little bit of hillbilly too. So it's like we used to laugh. We tell everybody we from East Texas, so we'll eat anything, and we close enough to Louisiana, we know how to cook it.
That's right.
That was a running joke.
Yeah.
I tell you, you know what, Lipe, what would blow his mind from him being from the Midwest, in addition to being from his rest of his time's L.A., West Coast. I know that culture very well. I lived out there too for a little while. I was based out of Nashville, but I lived out in LA for quite a bit. Well, the thing is, where she's fixing to play in Pearls, for instance, in the Fort Worth Stockyards, that's a historic place, Lipe, in Fort Worth, Texas. And for me, the Stockyards and the Texas Hill Country, like Greenhall, these are the real hearts of Texas. These are real hearts of the Texas music. And the club where she gonna go play, Pearls. Now you say hi to Eric and Jen and them for me now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they over there, it's a little honky tonk what it is, and it's right. It ain't but 150 people packing zipper to butt in there. But they got the vibe, man. If it wasn't for the flat screen TVs and the LED lights, you'd swear that there's some of them mixed in. But if it wasn't for that, dude, it's like you straight up walk back in the 1800s when you walk in there. That vibe is real.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes,
love
the
a vibe like
wallpaper
that.
on the walls and Green Snakes, the song Green Snakes by Johnny Bush was written in Pearls, and it was about the ceiling, and they've painted over it now where it's not the same color, it's gold now. That Jen didn't do that, but anyway, I started playing Green Snakes one night when I was in there, and Jen throws her hands up and she comes running across there, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" I thought something was wrong. I was like, "What did I do?" And she said, "No, that song was written in this bar." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy!"
You didn't even know.
I had no idea.
Wow.
Anyway,
Cool story about that place is the girl that bought it was in the 1800s when the cowboys in Cowtown would come in. She was a working girl. And the story I'd heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, April, but she had saved up her money and she ended up buying this little place. And she went from being a working girl basically to being a bar owner or a billiard owner or a madam, if you will. And you'd pay a penny, and it was the old pennies that had the, I don't remember what the print was on them, the stamp, but it was the old original pennies. And you'd pay a penny and the girls would dance with you. And so the cowboys, Jen said when they cleaning up all the time over there, they still find those old original pennies that work their way out from under a board here or something.
I've never heard that, but that's probably true. That is probably true.
That's pretty amazing. That's where she fit in the play, Lipe. If I was going to say someplace I'd want you to go and see that culture, that's one of them places. Get about 4 or 5 of you guys from LA over there and come and check out the stockyards because it's 21st century and it's also 19th century. They've held on to that. Yep, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'll make sure I hit a follow for you. You gonna go live or anything?
I'm sure that I will. Yeah, usually I put my phone and do a live video while I'm there. So, yes, please do. Please do.
Yeah, for sure.
It's extremely smart.
I'll be sure to check it out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's extremely smart. Part of our production and what I usually end up telling artists, I'm like, you need to do that, or you can get a hold of us. And like we can do live remote things too. So April, I love what you're doing there as well. I've got another one in here for you, and then I'll flip back over to Lipe, but I wanted to flip over because you know what I've got in here.
Yes.
And I wanted to know about this song and have you shout out the title because I'm curious. I'm curious on who wrote it and is there any truth behind it and what it's about. I haven't heard it.
Oh, okay. So when I started working with Tim Slasner, my songwriter friend who helped me with the last 2 lines of broke my rose-colored glasses, I told him kind of what was going on in my life and where broke my rose-colored glasses had come from, and that was out of a personal tragedy in my life. And I was explaining kind of what had happened. And so he said, well, let's tell a story this year. Let's just tell a story about your life. And let's start with Broke My Rose-Colored Glasses. And then let's fit the next song to where you're at in your journey. And so, you know, whenever you've been in a relationship for a really long time, sometimes it's harder to fight to get out of it than it is to try to fight for it. Mm-hmm. And so that's where this song came from, is you fight and you fight and you fight for keeping the relationship. And then at some point you have to realize you're beating a dead horse and you have to turn around and try to get out of it. And sometimes that fight can prove to be harder than being in the relationship. So this song is called Never Fought Harder, and you'll hear the hook and you'll understand it. But it's definitely got a much different vibe than anything I've ever put out. It was written by Tim Slazener. I had no part in writing this, but very thankful that he gifted it to me. And but we were very specific with the production on this one, that we wanted it to be outside the box and push the edge. And I think that we accomplished that.
I like that.
You got it in here, and I've got it in here in the radio station as I've Never Fought Back. I just want to make sure we get it out there for the listeners that are out there on I've Never Fought Harder. April N. Smith is the actual title there. So I'm loving that. That's why I wanted to know. So I've Never Fought Harder is the title of that song. And let's hear about this fighting.
Tempers fled to a boil from emotions unchecked on simmer. And we fell out of love between summer and winter. Our hearts burned colder as the hate burned stronger. We both knew that this love couldn't last any longer. We fought about money, we fought about kids, hell, we fought about every damn thing we did. We fought about me, we fought about you, we fought about all the things we couldn't undo. When it was finally over, we hung up the gloves. I know I've never fought harder to not be in love. Took so much longer to fall out than fall in. A beautiful beginning turned into a messy end. Instead of heart to heart, we went toe to toe. Our head to head battle was the final blow. We fought about money, we fought about kids, hell, we fought about every damn thing we did. We fought about me, we fought about you, we fought about all the things we couldn't undo. When it was finally over, we hung up the gloves. I know I've never fought harder to not be in love. So now that the fighting is finally through, I can't wait for you to turn into just someone I knew. We fought about money, we fought about kids, hell, we fought about every damn thing we did. We fought about me, we fought about you, we fought about all the things we couldn't undo. When it was finally over, we hung up the gloves. I know I've never fought harder. We fought about money, we fought about kids, how we fought about every damn thing we did. We fought about me, we fought about you, we fought about all the things we couldn't undo. When it was finally over, we hung up the gloves. I know I've never fought harder to not be in love. I know I've never fought harder to not be in love. To not be in love. To not be in love.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, man. That song is so well written. And it's funny because, you know, when you're in your 20s, you think you got this whip. And then when you're in your 30s and you're still writing, because that's where I didn't step out of it till a little bit after, well, a little bit before 40, I guess. And but in my 30s, I thought, man, I didn't know squat in my 20s. And then I turned right around and I did for family. I stepped away for family for a decade and a half and put the music down. And I thought, man, maybe I don't have anything left. You know, I'm thinking I kind of got pulled back in. I didn't come back in on my own. I got pulled back into it. And I thought, well, hell, I can't even talk bad now because I'm sitting in the room with a school teacher. I've been sucking in my gut and sitting up straight the whole time we've been on this. But it's got me burnt. That's what we say in East Texas, Lipe, is burnt.
Right.
Yeah, burnt. Yeah. But no, I will tell you, that is such a well-written song about life, man. That is really lifing. And it's so true. It's so true. And your partner, give him some props from us, from an old writing hammer. I've been blessed with my career to have a lot of cuts, and that doesn't mean anything, but I do take pride in doing the craft to the best of my ability on any given day. And I saw the craft practiced in that one. He did such an excellent job on it. So
Well, I'm sure he's watching, so I'm sure he'll hear you.
give him some love from us. He did excellent.
Yeah.
Vocally,
That guitar, Lipe.
yeah, those guitars hit me differently. Like, because my dad's a guitarist. I grew up on the Fender being turned past 6 o'clock. You know, so
That's Mr. Brendan Gilman on that guitar, and he is a phenomenal guitar player. And
he went in.
You know, just I would listen to him, and he'd be like, "Nope, take it back," and he'd do something else, and I'd be like, "Wow, how did you do that? Like, I don't even understand where that came from, man. He just blows my mind."
If you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly.
Now he is that. You're right.
He grabbed me from the first note. That was definitely out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a life song. Like, that was definitely, like, depending on who's listening, like, they did a great job, not only writing, but you and your vocal ability, the arrangement with the music, that guitar. I was like, "Ooh, you got some smoke coming out of this one, hon."
You saw me over here making a stank face.
Yeah. I was like, oh, really? This song, okay, no comment. No comment.
Yeah, that had some stank on it for sure, man. It had some cayenne, a little bit of stank, a little hoodoo and voodoo. Yep.
That's right.
All right. No comment. How's that?
Boom.
Why no comment? What's going on?
Yeah, Tracy. Tracy already knows when we start getting too wild with it. Tracy's just gonna be still and wait on somebody to come back and get her. She ain't gonna run around. She just be still right there in one spot. Yeah, that's what we doing. We shuffling and shucking and jiving right now.
I think it's interesting that you think that. I love when people have no clue what I would or wouldn't do. It's interesting in life.
Oh my God.
That's the beauty of it.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying it's going to be my next song.
I figured it would be. We still got one more, right?
I have gone through April N. Smith's category here and catalog of her 3 tracks that are out right now that she sent with us with Two Step Tribe. You all need to go check it out. April N. Smith, capital N in there. April N. Smith. Beautiful music, April. I love it, every bit of what you're doing. And we will definitely be getting back with you in regards to a full show. The fact that you jumped in here and we've got it all souped up and going is us saying thank you to you.
Yes,
and bringing you in.
And to Gabe for the hookup.
That's right. Yep. Thank you, Gabe.
Well, I was going to say then we'll be bringing you back with Gabe, actually.
Oh, that would be
he has a new song out. So I've already thought about that, and we'll be sure to do that. UncleRyano, it is up to you where we go now, because I have Silence that he redid, that I had a message that was sent to me And
Yeah, I'm staying away from recording our stuff or doing our stuff because it's all about the
That's
artists
right.
when we play. We have Tracy's a writer. I'm a writer. I've got around 3,000 tracks between Warner Brothers, Sony, Paramount. I've got my cat. The Universal's been gobbling up my stuff all over Nashville. But it's one of the yeah, you know how it is. But it's one of those things that we got stuff in our world like that we love to collab with you guys on, off to the side. But when y'all come on this show, it's all about y'all. Y'all are the rock stars, and the listeners in the live chat are the rock stars of every show. And we are proud to facilitate and to help boost and get you to reach. We've been super blessed with the thousands in the viewership that we've been getting, and that's all because of how organic and how real this is, with no sugar, water, or script. It's ride or die, baby.
All right.
I
We
love it.
appreciate you very much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
I'd love to come on
April.
again for sure.
We definitely got to get you back on in here, and I definitely would love to get you with some stuff that Silent's working on too. So I'm already thinking ahead between them and some others and do a collab live and let people witness how that works. And then again, April, I know that Gabe has a new song out that I definitely want to make sure that we are always carrying each of you, and your music is always played in rotation, literally, especially as soon as you come on the show. And the station owners, if we have our own playlist, literally, so we put together our own playlist for the stations, and it puts you in automatic rotation. So
Are you on Spotify now, April?
I am, yes. I have all of my music on Spotify.
You will look up the official Two Step Tribe playlist.
Okay.
Look that up. Two Step Tribe official playlist. And if you look that up, you will find it. You can't miss it. We got about 23 hours and change. Lipe's on it now. He got uploaded to it today. I want you guys to save it, share it, because that's how we get all the tribes supported. We spread it through the ranks out there, through the wild, and you will be added to it. We're almost 24 hours. As soon as we hit 24 hours, we're popping off a new playlist, and we're going to just keep stacking like that. So you'll be on there with some good folks. You're going to be on there with Howard County. You're going to be on there with Little Tony Rose. You're going to be there with Breaking Point Nation, Broken Arrow Kyle, Billy Ray Cyrus. You'll be on there with Manny Cabo from New Jersey, Bad Apple Ella, Bree Carter. All right. So, I mean, this is Tribe, Celeste Marie Wilson, Delta Circle, Ninja Cowboy. I mean, it's just crazy. Gabe Choate. I mean, it's all family, top to bottom, every walk of life. You got reggae, you got funk, you got hip hop, you got country, you got bluegrass, folk, R&B. It's American music. That's what they say. What kind of music is the show? I say American music.
American music. I love it.
yeah, and that brings me to that.
You
So
are
April,
officially added. I just did it. So there you
you
go.
just did. Good job there. We actually do have a segue right into it. America's Music Awards, where music gives back. So that is actually part of our foundation as well. So America's Music Awards, and we'll get to you more on what we're doing there, as well as reach out to me as artists. We also have the stations that are asking for multiple hours of songs, and there's one of me and one of UncleRyano. So I don't intend to do shows 24/7. And I want to get your music into rotation there. So I want to be able to send it. I have to do it appropriately, obviously, correctly labeled. There's different things that I need to do, and to be fair as well. So the fact that you came on the show opens that door. So we appreciate that, and respect every one of you out there when you tune in, and to follow and subscribe as well to Two Step Tribe. That's the number 2. Don't spell it. Two Step Tribe. You can look that up and find everything we're talking about. April, the list that you just found, that is there. The station is playing literally everything you want to find. Just go to Two Step Tribe, the number 2. As we close out right now on Two Step Tribe Live with April N. Smith and Lipe Beats, and of course UncleRyano. you can't go. I cannot go without UncleRyano. You never know what's going to happen, or when you're going to get headbutted or a big old hug.
Yeah.
I love it. Uncle Rhino, you're driving. You don't want me to grab silence. You don't want me to grab keep on moving. Then I would close the show.
Yeah, I think it's time to start wrapping it up. And I would say that, again, we want to pray for everyone right now who's in the throes of the struggle that's currently unfolding in New Mexico with the flooding that's happening there. If everyone can take a minute and be thinking about our brothers and sisters who have something that's not natural happening in New Mexico, as well as what just hit North Carolina, as well as our beautiful family in the Texas Hill Country in and around Kerr County. If we can keep them in their prayers, there's people whose lives are forever changed. They have a new normal that we don't wish on anyone, and they've lost a part of them, but some of them are having to be forced to learn how to try to stand again and walk without it. So we need to be thinking about them, because if we have people that we can go and hold and tell them we love them, let's not miss that opportunity, because there's some people that don't have that opportunity anymore. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We are the Two-Step Tribe. You are the Two-Step Tribe. You make us better by being a part of it. We love you. We appreciate you. And thank everyone for tuning in.
We do. And shout out there for A. Swain as well, him and his family out there. Let's do some big loves and hugs and put some prayers out for A. Swain as well as the whole Hill Country area of Texas and all the kids and what's going on. It is literally something that we all need to come together on and definitely take more than a couple minutes. So I'm happy to say Two-Step Tribe, welcome April N. Smith and Lipe Beats. Thank you for joining us on Two-Step Tribe, the number 2, Two-Step Tribe. Y'all check that out. Check back in, find us. What the tribe does is they send us. So I'm looking for who you want to send to the tribe to be on this show, which is what Gabe did to you, April.
Yes.
So April N. Smith and Lipe Beats. Lipe, I'll be in touch too. Y'all hang tight real quick. I'm going to close up the show. Thank you for that, Uncle Rhino.
This has been a Patriots Inside the Wire production. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Two-Step Tribe, where you, the viewer, are always the rock star of this show. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share. We cannot do this without you. Your uncle says so, and you are loved and appreciated. Sergeant Two-Step, sign us out. Let's load up and roll out.